they would send me off. They would essentially abandon me, or put me on medication. Either way, they would fudge me over pretty bad too. So I just had to learn not to express pain. I had a dream 3 nights ago that I had died. And what was so amazing was, after I had died, everything was just as I knew it would feel. I can see everything perfectly as far as who I am. I mean, not to the utmost clarity, but I know essentially what to expect. But that's the difference. My physicality is very, very, very limited. Therefore, I am unrealistically capable and able to fully live in that expression itself and being. The dream was a little bit of, what I've experienced here, but it was that feeling. That feeling that was extremely accurate. In fact, so accurate it almost puts accuracy aside, which maybe doesn't make any sense, but it was perfect, absolutely perfect. And I and Death are extremely good friends, quite close. I don't know. I don't think I don't think I'm capable of dying. I just don't think I'm capable of dying. Every day I experience unexplainable pains at times. To me, I look at it as my body feels pain. I don't. And I guess that's the difference. And that's an actual realization if you think about it. If you involve yourself primarily in a physical way, you are going to, your very being is going to feel pain. But if you realize yourself as not just a spiritual being, but the fact of who you are, your body, when it experiences physical pain, your being is not so much as involved and as interactive. But uniqueism, however this process is possible for you, everyone's unique. There's a commonality that is evolution. There's a commonality that's potential. There are certain consistencies that all share but still unique to thy origins. For those who are concerned, don't be concerned. It's okay. The way everything works with me is in ways that I partially don't understand also. But still, the consistency, the ultimate consistency, my ultimate consistency, who I am. That concludes this discussion. The consistencies are looking really good. And just as I told this scientist, that I really don't think there's going to be another eruption. Something's different. Divine. Something is different. Now there was a lot of storm activity over the US. Lots of storm activity. The Earth is just about there. With all this information of the government spilling out, 2012 was a prediction. But there's an irony behind it. You'll realize what that irony is. Oh, something will happen by 2012, December 25th, whatever that date is. Something will happen. But as far as the actuality, the ultimateality, even the neoality, in a sense, 2010. There's a lot of sources confirming 2010 is the year. I don't know how many debates there are on YouTube about 2012 being uh, a prediction that's been off, but so far the two inconsistencies that I have in my predictions is the very time, the very date of the occurrence itself, and not just millions but tens of millions marching, or not marching, but protesting in the States. But you see how few, as far as actual numbers, how few are protesting. Look what they're stirring up. So ironically, though the numbers are lacking in the zeros, as far as like the millions, hundreds of thousands, well actually there is close, yeah, there's about hundreds of thousands protesting across the states. It's essentially enough. Now, if there were more, it'd be different. But it essentially was the necessary amount. The economy's still going, though not going as strongly as it should. But despite all these other pieces of information out there that are saying that were saying the economy was going to fall, it's still going. Why is that? Honestly, I think it's because the government can't predict their own system, and I gotta say, probably ironic. I really can't see it any other way. Humanity plays a massive part in all this, but the true part that humanity plays in is their realizations. Because what they are going to understand will undo a lot of incidental and unnecessary harm to Estrella, Earth, Gaia. A lot. Because she's been waiting for them to realize as well. Because once beings on a planet realize that planet no longer has to have a consideration or a potential of, am I going to be harmed? Am I going to lose another forest? Are my oceans going to be polluted by vast amounts of oil? Which recently, that happened in the Gulf. From what I hear, the oil spill is the size of Rhode Island, which is roughly 46 to 50 miles. And they were talking about setting fire to it. I get the idea. Oh, it's a terrible idea. But I'm almost thinking it's going to be explosive. I mean, that's a lot. They've never done it this size. But also the amount of fumes it's going to produce. We'll see how that works. I kind of think it's a part of the irony process, but again, the difference between irony is either paradise is expressed or neutrality expressed. In other words, just not moving, just staying in put, which that can also show this other side, or the destructive side, essentially. Consumption of resources. I mean, common sense. What's going to happen if the resources are consumed? What happens to the planet? What do the beings do? So it's that sort of irony. As far as irony himself, that deals in extreme synchronicity occurrences. And even then, it's uncertain. But if there's irony behind it, you might have just experienced a glimpse of irony's presence. Well, that concludes this recording.